Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. Today we are going to be making a 300-point theme team. It is October and that means it is time to start ramping up for Halloween. So we are going to start a little bit of a series where I make a few theme teams based on Halloween themes. What better way to start it off than with the Lord of Darkness himself? We are going to do a theme team based around Wheels of Vengeance number 26 rare Dracula. That's right, one of the original monsters himself. Do really appreciate this sculpt. I think they did him justice. And I have not gotten to really try him out, but it is a piece I have been really wanting to. So, Dracula will be the first that we are going to do a theme team based on. Here he is. Does not have any team abilities, but does have the Legion of Monsters, Vampire Brood, Monster, Mystical, Past, and Ruler keywords. And for this theme team, we are going to be sticking with the Mystical keyword. Does have a trait, King of the Vampires. Dracula starts the game on click number 4, Steal Energy. When he uses it, he may heal past his starting line. When Dracula or a friendly Wheels of Vengeance number 9 vampire KOs an opposing character, after resolutions you may generate a number 9 vampire on its starting click in the square the KO'd character last occupied. And let's take a look at what that vampire can do. There is the vampire. Pretty basic. And the vampire does start on click number 4. I'm sorry, click number 3. On click number 3, and has the trait Raining Blood. Vampire starts the game on click 3. Steal Energy. When the vampire uses it, he may heal past his starting line. Does have start off with Stealth, Blades, Toughness, and Shape Change throughout. If you do get him past that first click, or if you are able to get that heal to go off with Steal Energy, he does gain Precision Strike and Flurry. Does have Flight as well, so if you need a cheap little taxi, he is there. So you can possibly spit out more vampires. Nothing too special about them, in my opinion, but hey, extra bodies is always a good thing. Dracula does have 2 targets but no range. He starts on click number 4 with Charge, no attack power, Impervious, and Outwit. Later on, he does have Invuln and Outwit, and then finally Charge, Blades, Regen, and Battle Fury with a special movement. Now, if you do get his Steal Energy to go off, he does get very much stronger with his special movement. Still a blank attack, gains Invincible, and combat. Exploit Weakness. Wow, completely blanked there for a second, but you gain Exploit Weakness once he gets up past his starting line. Let's take a look at his special movement, but he actually does have another trait first. The Scent of Fresh Blood. When Dracula damages 1 or more opposing characters, after resolutions, choose up to 2 other friendly characters that can use Steal Energy. This turn, they have free half-speed move. That will come in handy as we do have others that can use Steal Energy. And that special movement you were seeing on his first 3 clicks and his last click is Charge, Flurry, and Stealth. So I thought it was very weird that Dracula does not start with Stealth. I mean, he's Dracula for crying out loud. But overall, not bad. Little pricey, but if you're able to get him past that starting line, very much worth it. And with this team, I feel like we are going to be able to do that relatively easily. So there is Dracula, giving 125 points into this build. Now, who better to join Dracula than one of his brides? From the Deadpool Weapon X set, Originally from the Deadpool and X-Force set, we have Shikla. I actually was able to pull her, so this is an older piece that I actually kept in my collection all of these years. But she did get the legacy treatment in Deadpool Weapon X. She has the Mystics team ability, Deadpool Core, Legion of Monsters, Monster, Mystical, and Ruler keywords. Does have a trait Psychic Vampire. Shikla starts the game on click number 4, which you see her line shows number 5. That has been errated. It is click number 4. Steal energy, but with close or range attacks. When Shikla uses it, she may heal past her starting line. That comes in very handy since she does have a range of 5, which with the norm being 4, that every little bit helps. Also has the trait, I can't believe I married that guy. Free, once per game, place a friendly character with Deadpool or Dracula adjacent to Shikla. Remove all action tokens from that character. That is going to be key with this build, and I will tell you why once we get to the end of the characters. So starting off on click number 4, she does have Running Shot, Precision Strike, Toughness, and Shape Change. Beyond that, she does get Mind Control later on with some Super Senses and Probability Control. But if you are able to heal her up, she does get Running Shot, Pin Size, Shape Change, and then eventually can hit on one end of the dial or the other a special movement. Let's take a look at that. That is going to be Monstrous Form. It is a stock click. The first time this power is revealed, this game, Shikla can use charge and modifies her combat values +2. Very, very nice for 50 points. If you're able to get her to click number 1, you are now looking at a 14 with charge, 14 pin psi, 20 invuln, and 6 damage with shape change. And even if you get it on the other end, it is a 9 with charge, 11 flat attack, but you still have that steal energy, so you still have that, and 18 defense with super senses and probability control. She is going to be very fun and I think hard to take out. So for 50 points, absolutely, Shikla had to be on this team. All right, next up, if I went mystical, I think you had an idea this guy might be on the team because I do love this piece. Had to bring in the Sorcerer Supreme. Wong is here. From Marvel's Next Phase set, he is super rare number 51. There we go. He does have the Cosmic Power, Team Ability, and Mystics. Has the Avengers, Celebrity, Martial Artist, and Mystical keywords. He does come with the trait, I required a worthy opponent. If Wong is adjacent to exactly one opposing character, and neither is adjacent to any other characters can't be moved or placed adjacent to either of them, and can't target either of them. So that you can lock down an opponent's character, whether it's their big bad or if you just want to knock out a support piece, and that will be 1-on-1. Does also have a special movement, and that is want me to show you how it feels. Phasing Teleport, Plasticity. When Wong uses Phasing Teleport after resolutions, he can use Flurry as free. That is incredible. It is so you get to move 7 and then Flurry right away. Does come with Precision Strike, Impervious, and a special damage power as well. Later on does go down to Invuln, and then eventually goes down to Charge, Steal Energy, Toughness, and Exploit Weakness. And there is a special defensive power on that last click. But first, let's look at his special Whoop, almost lost a card. Let's look at that special defensive power. It is a stop click. I must depart. Stop. Super senses toughness. When this click is first revealed, immediately place Wong up to 3 squares away from his current square. So that gives him plenty of survivability there. And then his special damage power is exploit weakness, probability control, and giant reach 2. That's right, not only does he get to flurry after his phasing teleport, he gets to do it with combat with exploit weakness. So potentially 6 penetrating damage on a single target that you have pinned down. But on top of that, we are also spending the 5 points to give him the Bucky's arm equipment, giving him close combat expert and super senses on a 6. It is definitely more about the close combat expert with this one, because now it is a flurry with a 13 attack with precision strike for 4 damage penetrating each attack. Love this Wong. I'm going to be very sad when he rotates out, especially with the keywords he has. He's so easily playable. Any chance I get, I like to play with that Wong. Yes, I understand how that came out. Stop. Just stop it. Stop it. All right. Rounding out the team is going to be from the Avengers Hellfire Gala set number 3. We are going to be bringing in the Scarlet Witch. I very much appreciate this sculpt. This is what I expect when I get the Hellfire Gala sets. I hope they are able to return back to this kind of quality in the future. Very, very nice. So, for the Scarlet Witch, we are going to be bringing her in at her 40-point dial. She does have the Mystics and Avengers team abilities, the Avengers, Brotherhood of Mutants, X-Men, and Mystical keywords. At 40 points, she does have a range of 5 with 1 target, a special movement, telekinesis, super senses, and perplex. It does have the Gala Invite trait. Scarlet Witch starts the game with an invite token. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when a friendly character with the Avengers keyword attacks, you may remove an invite token from a friendly character to replace a die in their attack roll with a 5. Very good, very good. Also does have a trait which unfortunately will not be helpful with this build. The Pretender becomes the Redeemer. When Scarlet Witch is KO'd after resolutions, you may generate a friendly character of less points than Scarlet Witch from your KO area into the starting area on their last non-KO click. Then roll a d6 and heal them equal to half the result, Protected Pulse Wave. So the only way that can possibly be applied to this team is if you do manage to bring out a vampire with Dracula, and if that vampire gets KO'd. But I don't see that particular scenario happening, but it is possible. Does have another trait, and that is the high fashion trait, beaded headdress and starry hair. When a friendly character with the X-Men keyword hits and a 10 with 2 5s was rolled, after resolutions, choose a color and a hit character. The chosen character can't use powers of the chosen color until the end of your next turn. That will only apply to the Scarlet Witch, so she would have to hit that 10 with the 2 5s. So not very likely, but it is still a possibility. But another main reason she is on this team is her movement of Bard from the Feast, phasing teleport passenger 2. That's right, she has phasing teleport passenger 2 along with telekinesis. All right, so there is the build. My main thought process around this team is that, Wong, like I said before, you're doing your own thing. Wong is just going to go out, tie up pieces, and try to wreck them as best he can with his exploit weakness. In the meantime, Scarlet Witch is going to carry up both Shikla and Dracula with her phasing teleport. Then on the second turn, she will be able to TK Dracula up. Once she TKs Dracula up, he has a charge of 4. So the idea is to let him charge up and take a swing on some unsuspecting victim, hopefully also outwitting their defensive power. That way he can go ahead and steal energy and get up to click number 3. Now has invincibility, now has his special flurry, charge flurry, and stealth. And then we go to Shikla, who will use her ability of I can't believe I married that guy to bring Dracula right back to where he started before the TK, back to safety behind the Scarlet Witch, and potentially even into hindering terrain if you do it right. So you get to do that for free, and then Shikla can then running shot and hopefully steal energy on some unsuspecting target so that she can also gain a click, getting her back up to an 18 defense ideally. And also, I did not mention it. Back over here, she gets to remove the action token that Dracula just got. So right away, Dracula is up to his third click with the 19 defense with invincible, gets the exploit weakness, gets the charge flurry combo with the stealth, and gets ported back to safety from Shikla, and also loses that action token he just gained. I like it. And you still have Wong out there doing what Wong does. Now after that, you hope that you can continue to build up Dracula or Shikla or both and get them to as strong as possible, because eventually they're going to get to the Scarlet Witch. Now she does have the Perplex that can build up Dracula as well, protect him a little bit. Scarlet Witch does have super senses of her own to try to keep her up a little bit longer. But I think there's some potential here. I really do. If you're able to catch your opponent off guard with that TK, with that charge, and then just hightail it out of there with Shikla's ability, I like that combination. I'm curious to see how that will work. So curious, in fact, I think that's going to be the one I use this month when we get together to play at my local game store. So let me know what you think. If there's any changes you would make. There are going to be more Halloween-inspired teams coming throughout the month. I got at least 2 more in mind. So keep an eye out for those. And thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.